Hey guys, it's your boy Dan. It's time to wind down. Got ourselves a delicious New Mexico wine. Got ourselves a wine glass with our initial on it. And we're busting out the old New Mexico wine tea. So this is a beautiful start to what is going to be a fun little series. So we're going to call it Wind Down with your boy Dan. First off, let's start off with our wine, Heart of the Desert. Awesome place. They do pistachios. They have their own wine line there. Do candies. Absolutely a fantastic place. Love it every time we go there. They have their main facility, which is in Tularosa, right between Alamogordo and Tularosa in New Mexico. They also have a store in Old Mesilla and then also one in Las Cruces. And that's where we pick up these bottles of wine. They have a wine club, and you can get a couple bottles of wine. I think it's 4 or 5 times a year, different ones, or you can pick the same ones. I like to always try different ones. Awesome way to do it. This one tonight that I'm drinking is from Heart of the Desert. It's their Syrah. It is really good. $14.99 a bottle. It's a really nice dry wine. Has some kind of big, bold fruit flavors and kind of has that peppery finish. It's delicious, honestly. Really, really great wine. They bottle it and make it in Deming, New Mexico. And they just have done a fantastic job. This is one of my favorites. They have some other really nice reds, and we'll drink them throughout the series, along with a bunch of other different wines. So what this is, we've kind of gotten to the end of the year, and it kind of really made me start thinking a little bit like, it's the end of the year. It's going to be the end of a decade, which, holy cow, can you imagine? It's already 2020. So that's exciting, a little crazy. And it really got me to thinking about, what am I doing? What am I doing personally? What am I doing on my business side? What kind of long-term goals am I going after? And I just really started thinking about this as, the time's kind of clicking. We're almost done with 2019, and we're almost done with this decade. So it kind of gave me a little bit of time to kind of reflect back of some of the things that I've accomplished, some of the trials and tribulations that I've been through. And, really, it just made me start to really think about, like, what should I be doing differently? What is my goal for the next decade? Right now I'm 42 years old. I'm going to turn 43 years old in February. Dang. So, getting a lot of gray in this beard. What do you guys think about this Viking beard anyway? The thing is beautiful. So, it just kind of made me start to think a little bit about what do I want to do? And so that made me think, there's probably a lot of you out there that are kind of thinking the same thing. Like, we're almost to start a brand new year. Everyone does these, New Year's resolutions and, I'm going to do this and, I'm going to do that and everything. And by the end of January, a lot of those things have gone by the wayside. And that could be in business, that could be personally. For me, I've struggled with weight loss for really the better part of the last decade. Got to my worst was 360 pounds. And I mean, it's unhealthy, really, I stopped taking care of myself. I kind of got a little bit depressed even and fell into food, you know what I mean? And food was, kind of that little bit of happiness that would, kind of set you to be like, okay, well, I feel great. And then you feel miserable because you just ate a cheeseburger for the 3rd time in a day. And it just really kind of got me thinking, like, I got to do better for myself. You know what I mean? Like I hold myself to a high standard in business and all these other things. I try to put people first. I try to help people. And honestly, the adage that charity starts at home, I kind of feel is the same sort of thing with weight loss, with, trying to take care of yourself, better yourself. I started reading books again. I started, kind of doing a lot of things. My brother was competing in triathlons, and I felt like, you know what, that's something I've always wanted to do. That's like a huge bucket list thing for me. I started working out. I was working out 13 times a week to prepare for this triathlon, to do one with my brother in Socorro called the Chili Harvest Triathlon. Unfortunately, got into a wreck a month before it, and in my car, totaled out the car, and hurt myself pretty bad, and ended up not being able to compete in the triathlon with him. At that point, I'd lost almost 70 pounds. Was really making great strides. Now it's been 4 months later, and I'm just barely getting able to where I can start working out again. And it is so difficult to get back on that horse again. And really, getting back into training and pushing myself. And, one of the things I was talking to him about is, what, I'm going to sign up for another triathlon, and I need that goal. For me, I'm that type of person. I'm going to put money down. I'm going to put a goal ahead of me, and I'm going to run headfirst at that goal. And so for me, it's going to be a triathlon. The day before my 43rd birthday, February 16th, there's going to be a Michelob Ultra Marathon in El Paso, Texas. I'm going to, I haven't decided 100% yet. I've been starting to run again. So I'm either going to do the 5K or I'm going to do the half marathon, the 13, which is huge difference between the two. But, it's kind of one of those things, like, I don't want to push myself too fast and injure myself. I have done this race before, and I broke my foot in 3 places, and it was miserable. So I don't want to go through that again. I want to make sure that I do it correctly. I want to make sure that I'm doing something that's going to be long term. I have a lot of big goals, for my fitness, for my health, and it's just one of these things that I'm super excited about. There's some absolutely bucket list legendary items that I want to get into and start really pursuing. And so, fortunately, I have an amazing job as a realtor that allows me, a good amount of time, flexibility, and allows me to train and, still have the opportunity to help a lot of people. I absolutely love being a realtor. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done. I've had so many opportunities to help so many amazing people out there. And that's something I continue to have a passion for and continue to grow in. So that's some other stuff that we'll talk about in one of the other episodes. Each episode I want to feature, a different wine, tell you a little bit about it. We're just gonna, these are all passion things that I have. And so, I'm looking for fun things to do and change and try. And so this is one of the things that we're going to, just make it a weekly, almost like a podcast kind of thing or a video cast where, we'll discuss a little bit of wine, we'll discuss a topic, and each week will be a little bit different. So some weeks will be about health and fitness and, preparing that goal. Some things will be setting your goals up for work. And some things will be, those big bucket list items and how do you set them up and how do you achieve them. So we're going to do so much. This is delicious wine from Heart of the Desert. It's their Syrah. It's a dry red wine. You really want to check them out. They have an awesome place. It's so much fun, and I love going there every time that I'm passing through the area in New Mexico. So support your New Mexico wineries. There is a ton of them, and it just continues to grow. There's also some amazing microbreweries in New Mexico right now. And, I'm just blessed and happy that you guys joined me. So don't forget to wind down with your boy Dan. We'll talk about this beautiful beard again, and look forward to talking to you guys soon. You guys have an amazing night. Look forward to getting feedback. Let me know if there's topics you want to discuss, and I'll be happy to talk about them. You guys have a great evening. Love you guys.